Hello everyone. This is the first video of a series explaining Autodesk Revit software. At the beginning in this video it will be an introduction to Revit. I'll just talk to you about the software itself. So basically Autodesk Revit is a software that works the way architects and designers think. Uh, if you are familiar with Autodesk softwares, you already know 3ds Max and AutoCAD. So in 3ds Max, it is not specialized for interior designers and architects. It is focused more on design in general, so it can be used to create characters, movies, and so on. As for AutoCAD, it is a work of simple lines that you have to create and you have to edit. So for example, if you're working on a plan, you'll have to create the 3D separately and then the elevation separately, and if you want to modify one of them, the others will you'll need to modify the others as well manually. So in Revit architecture, it works the way the architects and designers think. So you can develop higher quality, more accurate architectural designs using tools specifically built to support building information modeling workflows. So it is a BIM kind of software. It is building information modeling workflows. You can capture and analyze concepts and maintain your vision through design, documentation, and constructions. So basically, the challenges that we face as designers are the uh, the exterior look, for example, for the building, drafting plans as per dimension, resizing elements after creation, like updating elevations, sections, perspectives, repeating the work and plans, elevations, 3Ds, and so on. Calculating the elements for scheduling, preparing details, models, 3D models, and so on. So the advantages of Revit is that when you're designing, it automatically creates the following accurately. So basically it will create floors, ceiling plans, elevations, sections, 3D views. It will calculate the areas, schedules, quantity, and takeoff. So let's, for example, see this example here, which is an example of a project that comes already with Revit. In this series, I will be talking about, I will be using Revit 2020, but you can use whatever from 2018 to 2021. They are basically the same with a few different changes. So as you can see here, and when I open the file, this is a project that is a sample in Revit itself. So you will see here on the side I have this properties panel and I have the project browser under it. So for now let's see the project browser. So in here you will see all these views divided by plans, like categories. So all the plans are together, 3D views together, elevations, and so on. So if I click on level 1, you will see that this is the plan, and automatically when you create a plan, if you go to the elevation, you will see it. You will see the elevation ready as well, and then you can modify anything you want from the plan to and it will be updated in the elevation. So for example, you can see here this window, which is already in this level. It is already there. Okay, so sorry, this is level 1, so let's go to level 2 so you can see it. Yeah, so we have two windows here. So if I select one of these windows and delete it from the plan and go back to the east elevation, you will see that now I don't have any windows here. Okay, so it will update automatically. You don't have to do anything. Even for the 3Ds, you will see that all the 3Ds will be updated automatically. You don't have to worry about that. So this is part of the advantages that we have in Revit architecture. It will be easier for us to work with. Also, it will calculate the areas, create schedules for doors, windows, and so on. So even for details, for example, here you can click on the detail and you will see that we have this, for example, for the stairs. This is a typical floor work connection, and then, for example, this is a foundation detail. Okay, so it will create these details, and even for the schedules, you can see. Let me just check this, please. Yeah, so here is the sheets. Okay, so we'll go through that later, but for example, this is a schedule that we have here. It is for planting schedules. So, as I said, Revit will help us or will help us make our designs come to life in an easier way. Okay, so the workflow that we're going to use in Revit is that we'll start with modeling, then analyze, and then detail, rendering, and at the end we'll create the documentation for printing and so on. We have parametric components that in Revit, which are also known as families. So one of the strengths of components families is that they can be controlled by parameters, which allows for a great deal of flexibility. Parameters can control more than just sizes and distances. However, they can control materials, visibility status, and non-graphical information such as like catalog numbers, voltage, and so on. So what does this mean? When you're working here in Revit, even when you start a new file, it will ask you, do you want to start a new project or a new family? Okay, so the project is basically what we saw now. It is like a file that contains all your work regarding any project. But then families are like, it's similar to the concept of blocks. So if I go here to level 1, so this door is considered a family, and then this sink is considered a family. The same thing for the WC table and so on. So all of these furniture pieces, fixtures are considered families. Okay, so doors, stairs, windows, furniture, all of that will be considered as families. Some of them, they are constrained to some to levels, or you can add more information to them, change the depth and height and so on. The others, no, you'll have, you can edit them later on, but they are like just some 3D objects that you can add. They are not connected to the walls, or will not create openings in the walls, for example, as the doors and windows will do. Okay, so basically this will be our introduction, and let's start with the next video, which in it we will start drawing and using the software itself.